The unheeded warning. In a small village nestled among rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a woman named Agnes. Agnes was known throughout the village for her striking beauty, charm, and carefree nature. However, she was also known for something far less admirable, her carelessness, particularly when it came to her young daughter, Eliza. While Agnes was often preoccupied with attending social gatherings, spending hours gossiping with friends, or daydreaming about her youth, little Eliza was left to her own devices. The villagers would often see Eliza wandering alone near the edge of the forest, playing by the river, or chasing butterflies near the busy marketplace. Though several well-meaning neighbors tried to caution Agnes about the dangers of neglecting her child, their words seemed to fall on deaf ears. Agnes would simply smile and say, "Eliza is a clever girl, she knows how to take care of herself." She never realized that her carelessness was not only endangering Eliza but also teaching the child that her safety was not of concern to her mother. One day, as the sun blazed overhead and the air was thick with the scent of blooming flowers, Agnes received an invitation to a grand festival in the next village. It was the event of the season, and everyone who was anyone would be there. Without a second thought, Agnes dressed in her finest clothes, adorned herself with jewelry, and left for the festival, entrusting Eliza to the care of the village. But the village, which had grown tired of Agnes's indifference, did not pay as much attention to Eliza as they once had. That afternoon, as the villagers were busy with their own lives, Eliza wandered off farther than she ever had before. She ventured deep into the forest, captivated by the colorful birds, the sound of rustling leaves, and the mysterious shadows that danced in the sunlight. As the hours passed and the day began to fade, Eliza realized she was lost. The friendly, familiar paths had vanished, replaced by tall, ominous trees and the unsettling sounds of the forest at night. Meanwhile, at the festival, Agnes was the center of attention, basking in the compliments and admiration of those around her. She drank, danced, and laughed, forgetting all about the time and most importantly, about Eliza. It wasn't until the sky turned a deep shade of indigo, with stars twinkling like tiny diamonds, that she remembered her daughter. A sudden pang of worry struck her heart, but she quickly brushed it off, assuming Eliza was safe with the neighbors. When Agnes finally returned home, her heart sank. The house was empty, and there was no sign of Eliza. Panic set in as she frantically searched the village, calling out her daughter's name, but there was no answer. The villagers, upon hearing her desperate cries, joined the search, but deep down, many of them were filled with resentment towards Agnes. They had warned her, time and again, about the dangers of leaving a child unattended, but she had always ignored their advice. Now, her carelessness had resulted in a terrifying consequence.